Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of TFT Study Hall with your host from TFT Academy. My name is Frodan.
And I'm Dishsoap.
Yo, I'm Souless.
Yo, I'm Souless. And we're back for another episode. Today is January 23rd. It's going to be releasing on the 24th. But it's one day after the patch for 16.3. And my God, this is actually the big patch. Because 16.2 was kind of a big patch, but it was post-holidays. It was after the holidays that Riot took off at the end of the year in 2025. But they couldn't make a bunch of system changes, things like changes to the unlocks or other structural changes to the set. So this is the big patch of the set. It wouldn't surprise me if this is the biggest patch that we'll see, and then we'll go from there once we get our bearings. So we got a lot to break down in this episode. But first, I want to catch up with the guys since it's been a couple of weeks then. So Dishsoap, how has the past couple of weeks been for you? What's been going on in your land?
It's been all right. I don't know. just playing TFT, rage baiting Soju, and
Rage baiting Soju? About what?
yeah, I don't know, just whatever.
Just
And no, because the thing is, never mind. But yeah, I don't know, just chilling pretty much.
Okay. So Souless, how have you been? You played in the Tacticians Cup last week.
Yeah, I kind of point leave, but yeah, I mean the last couple games didn't go so well, but now I'm playing for like play-ins. I'm doing my snapshot now, so like it should go fine as long as I don't write it down.
Okay. So you are pretty close to qualifying for regionals through ladder, right? You just have to do well in snapshots for a couple weeks. Okay.
It's like, yeah, I only have to compete with 2 people, and they're like lower rank than me right now, so I'm just elo sitting.
All right. Well, hopefully you can drop some of that knowledge, but we're hoping that you can pull through, and we'll see you at regionals.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go ahead and break down. Oh, wait, I guess I should talk about what I'm doing. I've been participating in a TFT coaching competition with other streamers and creators with something called the Box Bash. Box put on like a $25,000 tournament. We're sponsoring it. It's called the Box Bash, presented by TFT Academy Riot Games. And it's me, Wage Iverson, Ki Yoon, Robin Songs, Asa, Emily Wang, Brosev, and obviously Box. And we're coaching 3 students and streamers for basically 9 to 10 days. And we're doing all right, even though a lot of people underestimated my team, mainly because a lot of people thought I was one of the lower ranked coaches. And they looked at my team, and my team was like Master Zero LP and Emerald players. We're actually second in points, so we're actually doing okay. So the finals are tomorrow, and hopefully we do really well. Before we get too deep into the actual episode, though, I want to remind you guys about the TFT Academy companion app that's coming out pretty soon. It's going to be a useful tool for the usual TFT Academy stuff, but also a couple of cool features that we're going to roll out over the course of the year that I think you'll really enjoy. TFTacademy.com/overlay. All right, so the patch was pretty huge. We had a lot of changes. Here's a summary of it. A bunch of buffs and a bunch of nerfs, some adjustments, some reworks, the big one being Aurelion Sol, which is public enemy number 1. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. There's also some system changes and also a changing of some items and even some augments. So let's go ahead and start with the big one that I think a lot of people are talking about system-wise, which is leveling now costs 8 more gold to go from level 8 to level 9. A lot of players have felt this impact. Riot said that they felt like going 9 was too easy, and they wanted to make it a little bit harder, especially for the unlocks. And some players were even posting on social media that they feel like this was a bad change because it kind of made the game, quote, unplayable without econ augments to start off. So I want to get the first reactions here. Dishsoap, what do you think about this leveling change from 8 to 9?
I don't know. I don't think I hate it as much as others, but I don't know if I think this was like the best thing to do. Yeah, I'm kind of giving a non-stance, but I think like there's a world where these numbers are fine, but like maybe level 8 need to be like 4 gold cheaper or something, or maybe you don't do this at all and you make like the econogs worse. But I don't really think the econogs like need to be that worse. I'm not really sure how to like feel on that, but I think they. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I like to see like level 8 be like 4 gold cheaper if they did this, I guess.
I know you talk to Riot and you have some feedback every now and then. Was this something that players were discussing at all behind the scenes, either in like lobby 2 or in if any of the private feedback that sometimes they ask you for?
I don't really think people like were asking for this that much, to be honest. Most of the feedback were people like mostly like not liking the old level 8 change for like the new set when they made that like pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not like, at least from what I've seen, like this doesn't really seem based on like high elo feedback. I know I have been like a big proponent of like lowering the amount of gold in the game, which like this somewhat does. I actually think we were in like a pretty good balance before. Like maybe like there's slightly too much gold sometimes on like certain galaxies and prismatics, but
okay. So you were happy with how the systems were, and so now are you slightly unhappy, or are you okay with it?
I guess I would say I think I like this a little bit less, but it's close.
Okay.
It just takes some like adapting and to do, and like maybe some rebalancing. Like maybe Ziggs doesn't even need like a nerf at all if this is the change, because like maybe something that requires level 9 gets to be overpowered, for example.
Yeah.
If that's how they're gonna balance it, and I think that could maybe work. But
okay. I mean, they're doing that with some 7 costs, right? If Baron is kind of overpowered, but that's because you have to get to 10. So same concept of maybe level 9. Souless, your initial reactions, EXP plus 8 requirement from 8 to 9.
Well, personally, when I saw something like this, I knew like Fast 9 was like much worse, and like I haven't really played Fast 9 that much last patch, so I really like the change. Like I prefer to play level 8 comp or like real comp in the first place. And yeah, I mean, I just queued up last night, took advantage of all the people who's trying to play ASO or Fast 9. These guys are kind of lost.
So is it a thumbs up from you?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up
for me, because my play style is like I like it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think what it is you can't really skip level 8 as much, and it's going to force people to play around more the 4 cost. But it does also one of the paradoxes that it exists is that you want to roll on 8 for the 4 costs, but you need to get to 9 to finish your board. So you can even hit, all your 4 costs a lot of times on 8, and you finish the game on 9. But if you can't get to 9, it feels like you still kind of get stuck on 8 for a long time. That's the complaints that the players are saying. How much of that is true? I mean, we'll find out. But I do notice one trend, which is a lot more people feel like they're chasing 3-star 4 costs on 8. And that might be the win condition that they're trying to do. But they also have a couple of system changes with that as well, which is unlockable 4 and 5 costs are now harder to hit if you're uncontested. But when you are contested, it's a bit easier to 2-star a unit, yet still harder to 3-star them.
I don't know. I feel like this is just a fake news. Except, I mean, it's not a fake news, but it's not. I don't feel the impact of this at all, except for maybe like hitting unlock for 4 cost 3-star. Like that's probably the only thing they like actually tuned.
I think that's what they mean. Like only the unlockable one are harder to 3-star. But like I feel like it wasn't that much harder, because like the only time you usually go for this is when you have a dupe, and then with dupe you don't really notice the difference, because the first 8 copies is still easy to get. It's a 9 copy that's hard to get. So if you have a dupe, if you have a dupe, you can actually just cheat it.
Are you sure that's how it works?
I mean, it happens very often.
Because they had like a blog post, and I thought it was like this. I thought it was like every copy, like past the 6th copy or something.
Really?
There was some number, but it definitely was not the 8th.
Yeah. So yeah, because like for me, like I'm always stuck on 8 and double up, and I just use a dupe. But yeah,
stuck on 8 and double up. I see.
You really notice it on like the 8th copies, because like you don't see anything else. On like the 6 and 7 copy, like you don't really notice it.
There are some beliefs that maybe it does influence it. They're not even telling us the percentages. So for now, I'm just playing as if nothing has changed. How about this? Auras. The following champion auras now persist even if the champion dies. Shyvana, Skarner, and Tarek. That's like the plus armor, durability, and the magic resistance souls. This feels like a really big buff to these champions.
Yeah, I mean, that would made like ASO kind of much stronger, right? Because like now ASO run both Tarek and Skarner, and the whole comp just have like aura buffing the entire team.
I actually think this is like only a buff to Shyvana, because the thing is the Tarek buff gets canceled out by the Tarek nerf, and then like high key with Skarner, like with how like 90% of AD fights play out, is like it doesn't really matter like after your main tank dies if your other units have armor, just because most like AD comps are like front to back. Even the ones with like a little bit of backline access usually are like nearest to target or something for like their backline access, so you still have to kill the front line.
I see.
So like after the Skarner died, like you're losing value anyways usually.
Yeah.
But like it's like a tiny buff for Skarner, I'd say. I think it's a major buff for Shyvana because it's like that unit like can easily die since she jumps in and her aura is like crazy. So this is a very, very big buff for Shyvana.
Yeah, Skarner dies, we die anyways, but Shyvana was never really the tank. She was always like a splash unit, so her impact is very much felt. Okay. And then a couple of other quality of life changes. Crafting with Gwen's gifts. That was something we discovered like partially way through the patch, but that gave you what, 18 free rerolls in the yeah. It was basically a prismatic.
Yeah, you have like half of an honor roll. GG.
And then Emblem Ensemble, which is the Rise encounter. They disabled a handful of things. They didn't disable Trait Tree though, and some other things. But
I actually that's fine. Okay. I think only a double emblem is stupid with Fod, like off of a World Ruins, but they also remove that.
Yeah,
so.
They remove World Ruins entirely, which we'll talk about as well. Finally, some unlock conditions, and then we're gonna move into the tier list section here. The unlock conditions. Kai'Sa now from 8 to 7. Orianna is now no longer 3 Piltover. You just put 2 items on any Piltover champion. Could be Vi, could be Kate. Tryndamere only 1 item, which means 1 component. You don't have to make a full item. Yorick only 1 full component. And then Warwick now from 2-star Vi and 1-star Jinx to 1 item on Vi and Jinx, but no 2-star requirement. General reaction: Dishsoap, thumbs up, thumbs down.
All these are like pretty big thumbs up. Like I don't know, like maybe Kai'Sa's OP with us, getting on 7 because like you're playing like usually at least 3 combats extra with the Kai'Sa on your board than previously, and like this actually allows you to like sometimes go like 3-2 level 7. And Kai'Sa and 3-3. So sometimes you're getting like 4 or 5 extra rounds of getting a Kai'Sa on your board. And like Kai'Sa 1 blows Kog'Maw 2 out of the water. So your mid game is just so much more stable with this change on Kai'Sa. So like, I don't know, like maybe that line is like slightly above after this change, but I think all the other changes were like necessary. I'd actually like to see them go further. I think Orianna unlock should be down to 1 item. Graves unlock should be down to 1 item. I also think this Kitten unlock needs to be like 6 stars like yesterday. I don't know why this is 8 stars.
Requirement is brutal, man.
8-star is completely insane. You like add like a level 5 or level 6 level requirement to it. So like I don't know. I don't even know if it breaks the game if you don't have a level requirement. But this unit needs to not be 8 stars. Is all I know. And I think that's probably it for like. Oh, and then Aatrox. I don't know what the Aatrox change should be. That one's a little bit harder. But like no one actually wants to build double healing in nowadays.
Not
like, especially Slayers, after
at least in Slayers it feels redundant to what you're trying to accomplish there. I think thematically it was because Aatrox scales off of Omnivamp.
Aatrox scales off Omnivamp, but like it's not actually like even after the attack speed nerf, his miss is still not double healing. Yeah. So you just have to nuke your item economy to play like not an overpowered unit. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to,
but that's not worth it.
Yeah, I'd like to see something different for that.
I forgot Aatrox was in the game. Someone said from chat. You know what? Sometimes I do as well. The most often times I unlock Aatrox is when I'm playing Ishtal and I get Radiant Bloodthirst or something like that, and I just like accidentally unlock Aatrox. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, there you go.
Yeah, our RTG.
Oh yeah, or Thieves Gloves. Thieves, Souless. How are you feeling about these changes as well?
Oh, I actually like Orianna changed the most because like I think yesterday I had a Piltover Emblem and I could unlock Orianna on my Invoker board pretty easily. Like it's pretty nice change. I think like Orianna Flex is like a real thing early game now because like she fits with so many of the good units, right? Like Sona, LeBlanc, stuff like that, and you can easily fit Piltover in those kind of lines. Yeah.
I watched Baizi from China. He's climbing on NA right now. He's one of the top Chinese regional players. He 5-streaked in like a pretty powerful lobby with Orianna with the Seraphim staff, playing like Orianna, Vi, and Demacia, and it was entirely 1-star. It was kind of crazy. I couldn't believe it. Because Orianna was just actually going nuts with his full items. So there's definitely something there with Orianna early game. She definitely feels like an underexplored champion. With that, we covered all of the system changes, and so we're going into like the buffs and the nerfs. So let's go ahead and jump into the tier list and check out exactly what's on top and why that is. All right, so this is a 16.3 tier list, and right now, the way the shape of the tier list is that we have one comp in S tier. We have Aurelion Sol, Targon Asol. Who wants to take this one? Just if you want to break down Asol for us, why is Asol solo S tier?
Well, the thing is, the old thing with Asol is that he used to be terrible until you got like some stacks going, and then he was okay. But by that time, you were already like dying. You had to build bad items that made your like cast not do damage because he scaled off like the instances of damage instead of full damage. The biggest buff to him is that he actually scales off your damage done, so you can build good items. Also, Nashor's got like a buff, which I don't really understand why they did, but Nashor's gets 5 more AP now, so this build just has 10 more AP than last patch. It helps a lot. This is, I think it's full crit. This build is full crit. But now when you unlock Asol, he is like immediately overpowered, like even with no Stardust. At least for like when you unlock him, like stage 3, stage 4. 1-star Asol is easily stable stage 4 if you have like non 1-star garbage frontline, and then 2-star Asol is a win con. I've seen Asol 1 win. I've seen like Asol like 1 like easily top like 2. Like maybe like they just miss Asol 2 and they lose because of that. But that's like really, really insane for a unit you can just unlock. And also like people have like figured out that like, oh, we're not actually supposed to be playing these Targons for that long because Asol is so good baseline. Let me just play like the standard like auras and like the standard Piltover Swain Shell that has been on like mini boards this set. But you get the Shyvana aura, you get Arcanist, you get Defender, you get Piltover. So yeah, just all the auras to help your team, and then Asol does the damage. GG.
Is Fiddlesticks? This is just like an extra thing on top, right? You don't really how because a lot of people would be thinking, oh, if you have Seraphine, don't you want to get another disruptor in? Kind of.
I know some people play Azir,
yeah,
but I'm like a pretty big believer that it's like not Azir in this line.
Interesting. Why is that?
I think it's just better to play the other 5 cost because like all your damage is Asol. Disruptor is okay, but I don't really know how to like answer you like succinctly, but I just think the other boards are like way better. Like Azir, like you're not gonna have items for your Shurimans because you're not going item augment in this comp. Like you're gonna have Asol items, you're gonna have tank items, and like maybe some like other like a TG and like maybe some other duo carry, maybe. But like the Shurimans don't do anything if they're not itemized.
Okay.
Asol doesn't do anything, or Azir doesn't really like two disruptors like whatever. But I feel like it's just better to play Fiddlesticks. It's better to play Senna even. I think it's better to play Skarner. And then a lot of times like you're too broke and you have to keep the Leona Diana for like a minute.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that, yeah.
I do that. I've won games with Leona Diana on the board as well because you hit Asol too. It doesn't really matter after that.
Like I even think I like playing Zillion Oriana more than Seraphine Azir.
I like Oriana if you get the Invoker Emblem. Invoker Emblem is
yeah. Invoker Emblem is True Bis.
True Bis. All right. Souless. Do you think Asol needs a B patch? People are saying that Asol is too strong.
Honestly, I would just tune him down like a little bit. He's not too strong, or say like he is strong, but like I've seen Asol board losers like pretty often. Like example, like if you see on ladder, like a bunch of people bought forward with Asol unless they like high roll their frontline anyways. Yeah, I feel like if Asol get B patch and it's become unplayable, I feel like people would contest the other comps more, and it wouldn't be that healthy. Like I think.
So I think those guys are just inting.
Oh yeah, I mean those are
like I don't know. I've like done my fair share of limit testing, and I'm like pretty convinced.
Yeah, I mean Asol is good. Like having an S tier comp is good because like you want like 2 people on those lines, so you have like uncontested line for like the other comps. It makes space. You know what I mean? Like
I see.
Yeah.
So just wants fewer people on his line. Okay, I
I need to restart my Yunara somehow.
Sure. What are some of your lines? Okay, so we covered some of Asol here. Try to go for the crit builds, guys, but if you have to. The third, I think after Nashor's JG, you can justify a bunch of times. It's kind of hard to get specifics things. But what are some of your lines that you like to play this patch, Souless?
My favorite lines is Ionia, like Yunara or Slayers.
Okay.
Like, personally, like I'm a big fan of Slayers because like oftentimes you're gonna be uncontested on like Velvet and Bessa, and then I just like take double econ to street side them, but I don't play like the with GP version. I play like the either 4 Void Flex if I have True Biz, like Caprice and Void Spikes, or I can play like the one where you play 2 Void with like Legendary Flex and Taric Flex.
Okay, so when you say the 4 Void, are you playing
Mhm.
Kaisa or are you playing
Is
the other?
I'm playing Cockmaw Cho'Gath, Rift Herald, Velvet.
Oh, so basically you're playing this structure, but instead of Kaisa, you're playing Belveth and playing around more of the Slayer and Besta
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
I see.
Uh,
Interesting.
and then yeah, I mean the other version you have like free slot because if you're playing Scion for your Noxus Bruiser, you don't have to play Ilaoi Nautilus. You actually have like 2 free slots. You can just play Ornn, play Senna, play Fiddle. It's pretty flexible.
Okay.
Um,
We should get that
yeah, and
version updated then.
yeah, I can add that because I feel like the GP version is much weaker now. It's still very playable if you have GP items, but I just like to have my economy for the other win condition. Like 3-starring the forecast, sneak it.
Yeah, I mean it's weaker because Bilgewater got nerfed, right? That's one of the big things.
Yeah.
We can talk about Bilgewater getting nerfed pretty heavily now, and I mean we put it in C tier. Is it really C tier? There's so Bilgewater all the way at the bottom.
I don't know. Like it's at least the way you like used to play it, yes, because like you get 1 less serpent per kill, which adds up a lot. The 2 costs are also like with that, the 2 costs are 5 serpents more expensive, so going for TF3 is much harder. Fizz is not a unit anymore. That used to be the unit you stabilized on the most. TF2 Fizz was like a free fast 9. 9 is also more expensive, so like you actually have to be like more stable on the 4 costs because there's no promised land of getting to Ziggs where you like don't care about your Fizz anymore. So like the level 9 change requires you to hit the things that got hurt the most.
Yeah,
I guess.
I see.
I haven't really seen it that much on live. Like maybe I see it like go top 4 randomly, but on PB at least it seemed okay. Like if I got like a Piltover emblem or not Piltover, a Bilgewater emblem off of like Rise Portal or like Spreading Roots or something, and I had like a good opener for it. Like the Bilge emblem helps out a lot. It means you don't have to stabilize on Fizz. You get 7 Bilgewater like in a lot earlier. And just lets you play better boards. But then, like, I don't really think that is that much of a reason to not put it in C tier. I don't know. It looks not that good.
Yeah, I think it struggles. It's the early game is still okay-ish. I mean, it's not like they changed too much interaction with how Twisted Fate holds certain items, but I do feel like Bilgewater is now one of those traits where you're trying to pivot out of it, right? What can you play Bilgewater into? Staying in Bilgewater feels weird to me, right? Like I feel kind of the same way how people view Noxus tempo, for example. One strategy people are playing with Noxus is to like unlock LeBlanc with Scion and then play that like Bruiser core, maybe throw some Noxus in, and then depending on what you're getting, more Bruisers, more Invokers, more Noxus. And then eventually you transition to something else, right? You're going to play like Lissandra Seraphine with Volibear, or some people who are like super high rolling playing to like Seraphine Azir or something like that. But you're not trying to stay in that. And I feel like Bilgewater is kind of in that role now, which is you're not supposed to stay in.
I mean I think after these build changes they could make MF like actually like overpowered now, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Buff MF.
I'm down for the MF flex boards.
I actually played an MF flex game today, but I ended up just transitioning over to Yunara anyways, and winning the game there. But speaking of backline AD carries, let's talk about Shadow Isle. Shadow Isle's climbing behind the stats. A lot of people are saying these stats don't feel real though. A little bit Soul Fighter like from last set, right? Soul Fighter stats are always looking really good. Everyone kept saying like, not so sure if it's actually real. It might be one of those situational things because both Shadow Isles and Soul Fighter have one thing in common, which is you kind of are snowballing and playing from win streak always, because that's what a good Shadow Isle spot is. You have a Viego too. This kind of has to be win streak. How real is Shadow Isles in your opinion, Souless? Is this one of the lines you want to play?
It's pretty good, and there's like multiple versions you can play from this. You don't just have to play the Warden version. I've often seen people unlock Skarner and play it with Shadow Isle. When you rather run like the 4 cost aura tanks than the Wardens usually. And if you miss, for example, you miss like your Piltover, you don't have to play the Gwen and Seraphine. You can cut them. Ideally, you get Blast Shield. If you don't get Blast Shield, I feel like these units, no items, no Blast Shield, you can cut. And I think that a lot of people who know how to play Shadow Isle are raising the AVP of this comp. It's actually very OP once you hit your board. But then if people are just playing it wrong, like that's how they feel like the stats fake, right? Because like the comp doesn't feel that good. You can just miss and then go completely eighth. But yeah.
Okay, what are your feelings on Shadow Wilds, Dishsoap? Do you feel like it's quite legit?
If this was like my personal feelings on comps, I'd probably put it like mid to low B. I don't like this line. I think like Viego's like extremely weak stage 3, and the like playing a bunch of frontline units is just inviting and playing a front to back comp with a bunch of frontliners all in a line is just invitation for Asol to just get extreme value.
Yeah.
Like center Asol just it just nukes everything. I don't know, and I feel like the items you have to make, because I think like Callista and Thresh are like actually like pretty item narrow if to like actually make them strong, and none of those items are actually good on Viego. Like Last Whisperer, Shojin, Guardbreaker, Void Staff, Morello, BT. I mean, the thing is, I don't even think you're making a BT on 2-1. Because like the Thresh doesn't come until like Giga late, and you want like good Callista items. But anyways, I just think the items you have to slam are like a little weird, and then you also like this comp like needs the 5 costs. Like you need the Fiddle, you need like the Thresh 2, you need all that stuff. But then by the time you hit all that, you just lose to like anything, and you go third. So I don't know, like the high rolls go like second or third, the low rolls go 6th or 7th. Yeah. I'm out. I feel like it's only good AVP because it's like literally like hand holding these players into like what you insta buy, and they're like making less mistakes because of it. So the stats are fake.
Well, they did buff the Wardens. The mid game of this feels a little better, so it's something to think about, and maybe that's something we can also transition to talk about, which is Braum and lures do feel better, and I see more people than ever jamming some Freljord nonsense featuring Lissandra. I mean, I've seen people play the Invoker setup. I think we generally prefer Lissandra Seraphine.
Yeah, that comp's lit.
And it is expensive, but it feels more stable now that you have more mid-game options. I mean, Lures 2 actually, I've seen situations where it feels like he tanks as well as Tarek these days. I feel like he's actually kind of good. And we're also figuring out positioning nuance with Lures. I see more people trying to use his little shove to try to get him in awkward spots, right? So putting him in second row, for example, and trying to manipulate melee carries. Interesting stuff coming out from that department. So don't sleep on this guy. I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm low-key a hipster because I haven't played any Lissandra since like the patch, or even on PvE. I have played like legit 0 games of this unit, and I used to play it like last patch before the broad buff. So I don't know.
You're just a hipster in general, Dishsoap. You're just trying to always be one step. So what are you playing then with your AP openers, win streaks?
So Aurelion Sol. I play Aurelion Sol and some like Seraphine garbage flex. GG.
Seraphine garbage flex. Well, I mean, we have Zon Seraphine, not this one. This one is kind of bad. You're talking about like the Zir.
I mean, I wish I was playing a Zir. I'm usually playing Mel.
You're playing Mel.
What?
Seraphine. Okay,
yeah, Bell Seraphine. I have way more games of Bell Seraphine than I do of Lissandra, but maybe that's just a variance thing because I just played on my spot.
Really? I'm gonna look up your profile. Okay,
at least on this patch.
He's chilling on rank 1.
Rank 1, 1756. Not bad. Wow. Wait, you averaged like a straight 2 today? Yes, you did. Yep. I'm looking for Mel. Here we go. Add the filter. Mel.
I think it was only like 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, it was 3 games yesterday. Oh,
I'm not admitting like that these boards are good, but it's just I'm playing them. I don't know.
Oh, you're playing it a few times a day. It looks like so.
Yeah,
but it's kind of sad. You hit Mel 2 and you still went third, or you went 5th with Mel 2 as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I was probably bot 4ing if I was rolling for a list there, because like the only reason I'm playing Mel is because I got like instant and best of 2 with like Seraphine 2 or something.
I see.
So you just gotta play. You gotta play what you got.
Okay. Talk to me about some of these other lines. Then we talked a little bit about Kaisa, how it could be good to stabilize. Is Kaisa like a good lose streak line now because you can unlock it earlier?
It's like it can like kind of bail you out from lose streak, but I don't think it's a lose streak line because it's not item dependent. You can play both ED and AP, so it's not like you're looking for BIS or anything.
Right.
So like there's not actually that much benefit to lose streaking, but if you're already lose streaking, the fact that you hit your 4 costs like like for free without rolling really early helps a lot. So it's like a bailout comp, but I wouldn't like classify it as a lose streak comp. But yes, you can play it from lose streak.
One of the comps that also is getting a little bit popular in some motion is playing Bard Ophelia's reroll, but not with the Bruiser front line. Playing with the Nidalee Nico, Ishtal, with a bunch of other side characters. Some people are playing Shin Zhao Loris, but you can totally flex, you know, the Shin Zhao out, for example, for other things. Another Warden, Tarek, Skarner, etc. Souless, what do you think about this comp? I know you like reroll lines. I know you were playing a lot of Bard. Tell me about this comp. It originated in China.
Yeah, this a parking lot comp. I feel like if you're playing this comp, you're just taking the Echo player out. It's not.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't cap that high. Like I've seen it hit like the entire board on like 4-5, and he just loses every round. Like and he had like 2 combat Aquan too. His only Aquan was like Prismatic Ticket.
Okay.
But like, yeah, I think this comp is really good if you can hit it early. But like, it still doesn't cap out that high. Your main carry is still gonna be Nidalee. This Aphelios, all he does is like burn the bow items, and yeah, like a comp where you have to go like double damage. Like for example, right? That's why like Echo is better because you don't have to, like worry about like itemizing like Aphelios. You can have like AP item holder into AP item holder. But yeah, this guy is just here to burn bows, I guess. So like, if you have a really good Nico opener and you don't get any echoes and you haven't have a bunch of AD item, I guess you can play this line. But I think Echo is just strictly better. Mainly because like the Singe nearly interaction is really OP, and they still haven't fixed that.
We don't have it written. We don't have it shown visually, but I think we did write that you can also position Nidalee and Nico in the center to really mess with their tank positioning. And there's been moments where, so essentially what you do is if you notice that people are positioning their tank right here, let's say they're playing solo frontline Wukong with Set in the corner, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If the first 2 targets are Nidalee and Singe, it's going to create some really weird positioning where like they can't attack Nidalee, so they move over, but then Singe is running, so they're chasing the Singe. And sometimes it just ends up in their own backline. I one time was playing a solo frontline Wukong, and the Nidalee and the Singe ran up, and my Wukong ran to my bottom right next to my Yunara. And then the Echo just like immediately got onto it, and then I just died. It was crazy. So there's definitely some manipulation there. More Dogs even said it on his YouTube channel that he doesn't like that what it's doing. But right now, that's kind of one tool at your disposal that's having like Echo players do really well. I will say though, the reason why this, even though the 5 resistance nerf is not nothing, the big thing about it is it feels like a lot of people are playing Nico now. Not only are you contesting against those Bard, Ishtal players, you're also dealing with Asol pulling the Nikos, especially if there's multiple of them. And then you also have some random Tryndamere player playing Nico as well. Tryndamere got buffed. I don't think Tryndamere's like that good, but if they do, they're also looking for Nico. Is Tryndamere good? Soulless?
I've only seen it do well with RFC.
Okay.
Yeah, it's playable, but like I wouldn't say it's good. Like if you have a spot for it, like it's playable, but
Probably
don't expect too much. Don't expect too much.
I will say that Ashe feels better in this line than before. I think this is one of those lines where a lot of things have to go right. RFC on Tryndamere is good, but also it feels like Ashe does real damage now if you can get her going. That's one thing that I've seen people say. I'm not sure. I've never witnessed it, but the stats also do back that up. Ashe is worth itemizing now. Okay, any last stragglers in? Let's talk about Warwick real quick. They did change this unlock. Warwick got moved from A to B Dishsoap. Give me the download on the doggy.
I did not realize we still had those items. 1 second, I will be changing.
Okay. It should be Titan. Titans is definitely staying, right? But what is the other?
Yeah. Wait, I don't. Let me check if it's, because I know it's not BT. I know like for sure.
I think it's supposed to be Titans Hysterics game.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if it's Hysteric. Like I'm not sure what it is with the Edge of Night change.
Yeah, well, Edge of Night is better on him as well.
Yeah, because they buffed Edge of Night. Okay, it looks like it's still the old build. It's still Titan Sterak Kraken.
Oh, Kraken.
Okay. Yeah, because you just don't need healing with the build.
Well, just ignore that, guys. Just so we'll update that. All right, but all right. Talk to me about Warwick. Dishsoap is Warwick. Is Warwick good?
I don't know.
When are you trying to play Warwick?
I thought this would like be more of a metagame threat because of like the unlock got easier, some comps got nerfed, and like we thought like this might be like the best blue streak line now, but the problem is like to actually have like a successful Warwick board, you kind of have to make it to like Kindred, Senna, Shyvana, like Ziggs. If you make it to all those on level 9, you're chilling. But like on level 8, we have to play like some like sus stuff like 3 Noxes. I mean, it doesn't have to be Scion Draven if you hit like Wukong. Like I mean, you can like sometimes like Wukong Yunara and like fit 3 Ionia, but like I don't think that's that good. But like you just play any. It's really just any Quick Striker, any Bruiser, and like any Juggernaut over Swain. It doesn't have to be the 3 Noxes. It just like fits kind of well. But you're supposed to drop out of them. But like the thing is like usually you're like trying to greed for Hardbiss, which means you're like lower HP, and then you also like need combat, so it's like hard to go 9, but you need to go 9. So it's just like a lot. It's just like awkward. Because I think if this comp doesn't have premium combat, it doesn't feel good. Like the only times I like actually like kind of like this is when I had like Mess Hall, Soul Awakening, stuff like that.
Want me to drop you the hot stat tech?
What?
Warwick goes kind of crazy if you put a gunslinger emblem on him because of the armor shred. It's pretty nasty.
Yeah, makes sense.
So if you can find, if let's say you open up spreading roots and you open up gunslinger emblem, you're like, who the hell does this usually go on? Think about Warwick, pretty solid, and it's also reasonable to play him like on the Slayers into it as well. You'll realize it kind of fits in pretty nicely. So give it a try.
Play him with Slayers, like with Draven.
No, as an opener, as an opener.
Oh, like Briar opener. Yeah.
Because you need something to get there instead of just like, well, what do I do until Warwick? So like,
Sure.
you have a Titans opener, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to say the opener. You basically played this board, but now you have a gunslinger. That's basically because you notice there's no actual gunslinger.
Yeah. I mean, Gunslinger Emblem does make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay, well that wraps it up. Souls, is there anything else you want to talk about? I mean, we didn't talk about some of the people at the very bottom. Don't play Alawi Hero Augment, by the way. The build card nerf actually completely killed her. I think her AVP is 5.9 or something like that, 5.8. Absolutely terrible. T-Hex, Dieta. Is there anything you want to talk about, Souless?
I mean, this is not on the tier list. I don't think it ever will be. Is this one of your pop quiz questions? Because the singed Teemo Hero or like duo augment,
Poison Pals.
I think it's like someone told me in chat it was a 6.2. It might even be worse.
Wait, the Poison Pals?
Yeah,
Is that
Poison
in the
Pals.
game?
Yeah, I think they added it back and they like reworked it.
Oh wait, I didn't. Poison. Really?
Yeah, I think they added it back.
Oh, well,
it's a 6.25.
I haven't seen it, so.
It's a 6.25. I do believe I've seen it.
Okay, well that's the worst unlock or the hero augment in the game then. 6.25. Jesus Christ.
It's probably bugged, honestly, because the thing is it actually gives you like,
let me see.
It gives you like guaranteed team with 3 as well. Like it's probably legit bugged. Like there's no way the stats are like actually like that bad. It's probably bugged.
Poison Pals. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my! And if you like filter for, oh, wait a second. Everyone wants to be known for something. You could be known as the first player ever to win a game with Poison Pals at GM Plus in the world.
Yeah.
So get to it.
25 games is crazy. No one wants this shit.
No, 25 games. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Okay. Before we do our pop quiz, I want to also let people know that there is another section of the website for the tier list. We have our Set 4 Revival Festival of Beast tier list that Souless is overlooking. And Souless loves playing all those other game modes like Double Up and Hyper Roll and Revival tier list. So Souless, in the quickest way, can you give us like a couple minute update on Set 4 and what are some of the fun comps and what are some of the things that they
I'm in charge of the for fun section on TFT Academy. So like this is my specialty.
Okay.
So at S tier we have Spirit Teemo. I mean, some augment that we have in modern time was not there in the past. So comps that can use these augment, for example, like Mess Hall, Golem. I mean, Golemify was in at one point, right? Mess Hall, stuff like that. Really good in these kind of setups. And well, yeah, the units are the amount of stats you get for 4 Spirit is so insane. So yeah, these augment really buff the comp. You can also go Lotus, and yeah, this was the strongest comp, I believe. the last time set revival was around, and I think it's still strong. Yeah.
Okay.
And we can go in the next comp.
Sure. I
Yeah.
remember Spirit was really good across the board.
Yeah, and then you can go to Nico. Actually, I can highlight Nico real quick. Yeah. So with Nico, we have like the Seraphim Staff, we have Comeback Story, we have Lotus. Like all of these are like insanely OP on the Vanguard board. So yeah,
Okay, yeah.
think of it as like a drain tank board, and then all the stats are really useful.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
and then yeah, you can cover like Divine Care, but yeah, all these comps are really fun. You guys should try it if you guys have like free time, you missed a set. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
All right. Yeah. I mean, this is the Kale that does like the AoE wave when she like
Yeah.
she attacks. She does a giant AoE. It's really strong. I'm surprised Spirit Zed is not up there as well. Spirit Zed was a terror last revival.
Yeah, Spirit Zed is A tier for now because like I feel like if you miss Galumify or like Dumbify, he's not that good. He get retargeted pretty
No
fast.
front line. There's zero front line. It's all backfighters.
No, because
the
comment, yes, the comment is so OP. You don't need front line. If you remember, like back then, the Spirit Zed's front line is like you don't even need a front line.
Wow, a 0 tank comp. That's crazy. Okay.
No, it's very good. Like trust me.
So what is going on in Revival that you like need Golumify or Dumbify to play the game? I'm kind of concerned.
You don't need that, but like it enables a lot of comps that like usually would not be that strong.
I see. All right. Well, these Spirit comps are crazy. I remember people really like to play at Adepts, like Yone is really strong. Yeah. I know people like playing Cultists. Is Cultists here? Yeah, this is Cultists.
Yeah, Cultist is good. But yeah, the reason why Galumify is good because Assassins has the same assassin mechanic as like before. So for them to not get targeted, you need a good front line, right? But yeah, that's just assassin mechanic in general. Like you need a Giga Tank to help the assassin out. You can play Aatrox if you want, but yeah.
All right. Okay. And then one of the other favorites that people love, they love reroll Yasuo. Reroll Yasuo for duelists and get to Yone as well. So you could play some Yasuo Yone. If it wasn't enough this set, in set 15, you could also do it in set 4.
The Titan changes help a lot in all these kind of melee comps. You can go like Titan, Titan Yasuo, Titan Callista, because you don't get pulled by Aatrox. Yeah,
I see. Oh, right, because Aatrox is the hook, as the corner hooks.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Do the units still take damage or still get mana from taking damage?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's they changed. Did they change like all the mana costs as well?
Yes. I don't know if they changed the mana cost. But I'm sure like they're classified as like fighters and tanks now.
Anyway, check that out. I don't think everyone's gonna hop on set 4 revival, but eventually some of you guys are gonna get bored at set 16. Lore and Legend, so maybe you should check out the Festival of Beasts as well. All right, let's go into our pop quiz. All right, so far we're keeping score. Last episode, you guys tied 2 points apiece. There'll be many more opportunities to get points. So let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? Okay, question number 1. Get ready to type it to me. Level 9 costs 8 EXP more. That was one of the big topics we had for this episode. What is the AVP of level 9 right now? Just DM it to me, and whoever's closer wins. That's it. Just whoever's closer to the AVP of level 9. And just for reference, it's Diamond Plus. It's only 1 day in the past. We need a little bit more stats. We usually do Masters Plus, but for sample size reasons, for all this, we need more. So hit me with it. What do you guys think is the AVP of level 9?
I actually have no concept of this.
All right.
Wait. Can I go back on this?
Sure.
I changed my mind.
Okay. You can lock it in.
All right. Bet. The second answer is locked.
Okay. So the answer from Souless is a 3.3. Let me shrink this down so that I'm not revealing more text. And the other answer from Souless for Dishsoap is 3.63. Okay, so Dishsoap went 3.63.
Okay.
And the answer is 3.83. So
okay.
Dishsoap wins. And it's interesting because it's actually higher than it was last patch. But if you think about it, that actually makes sense. Because if you get to 9 this patch, chances are you're really far ahead. And you should be able to kind of convert that. Level 9 last patch was a 4.12.
Wait, level 9 last patch was a 4.12?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh. I guess it's just super easy, right?
Yeah, it was at that. That's partially what Riot wanted, I guess. It was just too easy, so many people were going to 9.
Because I was actually going lower on this, but then I remember like Zig's AVP. Like Zig's AVP wasn't like that good, even though Zig's was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
So it's like it might as well just be like high 3s. I don't know.
I thought that people would go lower 9. Yeah, are already in a good spot, so like I thought it would be higher.
Yeah, there you go. Today you learned. Okay, second one. So this one, point to Dishsoap. Nice job. All right. Question number 2. There is currently one unit in the game that averages in the 6s. Who is it? What unit right now in its current AVP is in the 6s this patch so far?
I might be missing something, but we'll see.
All right. Lock it in. 3,
I guess.
2, 1. All right. Dishsoap goes with Kiana. And Souless goes with T-Hex. Okay, different answers. And the answer is, drum roll,
Rumble.
it is Kiana. Kiana
Damn,
is a 6.5.
Yeah, that's my second guess.
Which is pretty bad.
Bro, there's no way TX is it the 6?
Wait, really? I feel like people are gonna get bait.
You have to unlock it. Like I feel like by the time you unlocked it, you're probably already like top 7 in the average game.
I feel like people are getting baited by the buff and they're just like loading and playing T-Hacks and they going 6. Like they load up playing T-Hacks.
But like, to average in the 6, the average in the 6s, you have to go 8 like the majority of your games, pretty much. Like for like this.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, no worries. Okay, let's go into question number 3. What is the AVP of Trait Tree plus Spreading Roots, aka filtering for exactly 5 emblems? The closer answer will win. What do you think is the AVP when you're filtering for exactly 5 emblems? And maybe it's not Trait Tree, maybe it's Emblem Ensemble, but 5 emblems is a very, very filter for exactly 5 emblems. All right.
This is for you.
Okay.
All right, second answer. Dishsoap's changing his answers all the time. So, all right, we'll go with Dishsoap first. Dishsoap says 4.3. That's what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay, 4.3. And Souless says 3.6.
Damn, this might be a pilot issue, low key. We'll see.
Pilot issue, low key. And the answer is 4.05, which means Dishsoap is a little bit closer. He's off by 0.25 and Soul's is off by 0.4. So it's a 4.05. Interesting. You both took different angles. Soul says it's really good. Oh, Dishsoap, why did you rate it so low?
No, I mean, obviously I think it's good, but like I just don't trust the average TFT player to title this watch. I legit thought I put it too low.
Interesting.
But yeah.
And Souless, you just think it's a broken combo, right? So
yeah, every time I see like those combos, they're good at insane. But yeah, I forgot about like the normal pilots.
Oops, sorry. No worries. Okay, let's go with this one. Question number 4. 3-star Darius with 3 items only has 3 items that are minus delta on him. With relevant sample size. Obviously, if you filter for 50, 100 sample size, you get a bunch of different items.
Craftable?
These are craftable items, to be clear.
3-star
so
Darius.
Only 3 items are negative delta on 3-star Darius with 3-star items. They bug fixed him. They buffed him. You get a point for each correct answer. So this is an opportunity for Soul to make up some big points because Dishsoap right now has 3 points on you.
Okay, the thing is, I'm like pretty confident on 2 of them, but the last one I'm pretty sure is ass. But the thing is, I think there's probably only going to be like 5 or 6 items in the data. But like, what's the last item? No, I don't know, man.
I'm also
All right, I have Dishsoap's answer. Souless.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just go with these items. I feel like. Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Soulless.
I feel like Tech got the herbal build.
I am completely clueless on this one.
We have
Yeah.
Titans, Sterix, and
Oh,
Bloodthirster.
Bro, it's probably Eventron, man. I forgot about Eventron. I don't put Eventron there, but I forgot about it.
Dishsoap
Wait.
also dropped Titans, Sterix, and Bloodthirster. You guys dropped the exact same items. Okay.
No, man, I'm pretty sure
It's probably
Eventron over BT.
It's probably
Eventron over
Eventron,
BT.
yeah, because he has better healing, right?
And the answer
Yeah.
is Sunfire, Bramble, and Declaw.
What?
And then it goes to if you filter below this, the Sterix BT stuff looks bad. Looks very bad. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I would know. This guy's getting sold before he gets the extra items.
I mean, I'm surprised.
should've
you
guessed
didn't
Declaw
mind
right
him, so. All right. Well, no, that's a wash. No one gets any points. It's okay. I didn't really expect you guys to know this one. All right. Final question. Rank these 3 gold traits by win rates. Oh, sorry. Rank these 4 gold chase traits by win rates. 3 Darken, which got buffed. 3 Shurima, 7 Ishtal, and 9 Void. These are basically the best performing gold traits that aren't prismatic, right? 4 Shurima is better. 10 Ionia is whatever better. Just give me the 1, 2, 3, 4. A point for each correct placement.
Do you remember the elo range for this when you check the stats?
This is Diamond Plus. Diamond Plus. For Diamond Plus because we're on a new patch. Usually I do Masters Plus because we do it like a week into the patch, but sample size issues, we kind of need Diamond Plus.
Fuck, I don't know, man.
I like that.
I'm like torn between 2 because I don't really know.
When was the last
whatever.
time you guys even played 7 Ishtal, by the way? That's the one that I was like, huh, interesting.
It's pretty good, but the thing is, I mean, I'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But like, I feel like this is like, this is hard for me to wrap my head around.
Okay. All right, I got Dishsoap's answer, Souless.
I'm gonna put it there.
Okay. Let's start off with Dishsoap. Lock it in. Dishsoap says 7 Ishtal, 3 Darken, 9 Void, and 3 Shurima. So Ishtal, Darken, Void, and Shurima. And then Souless says Ishtal, Void, Shurima, then Darken. So very similar, except I think you guys swap Void. Oh no, it's not. It's not.
It's not similar.
7
Yeah,
Ishtal, 9 Void. So we both agree that 7 Ishtal was the best. Well, let's go ahead and reveal it. The answer is 9 Void with the highest win rate, 33%, and then 3 Darken, 3 Shurima, and then 7 Ishtal with a very, very low win rate.
Okay, because I think you're never actually supposed to keep 7 Ishtal, but like, bro, I don't know, man. I thought putting 7 Ishtal at the highest because the people that did, like, I was thinking of the people that did keep it, like their boards were so high roll that they got to keep it.
Yeah,
but
That's what I'm thinking.
guess,
Yeah,
I guess not because this trade is like you're supposed to only play it for like you're supposed to play it for stage 4.
Yeah,
get like a few of the cash outs and then get out because it gives you like nothing combat was. So I just assume that people that like actually like ended on it like knew what they were doing kinda. And also 9 Void, I feel like 9 Void is not the high like you're not supposed to play 9 Void if you're capping on Baron. You just drop down to 6.
it's not supposed to be the highest cap for Void, but
so I was thinking that like the winner wouldn't be that high, but yeah, it's a bad beat.
All right, so I'm looking at it.
Wait, who even won this? Because I think we were both all over the place.
It's a point for each correct placement you get. So if you put 9 Void, but then everything goes wrong, you get 1 point. If you get 2, so on and so forth. So Souless went Ishtal, Void, Shurima, Darken. So you got 1 point for the Shurima.
I got 1 point.
Correct.
I'm back.
And then Dishsoap went Ishtal, Darken, Void, Shurima. So Dishsoap also got 1 point as well.
Oh man.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gapped.
But I mean, 3 Darken is not bad. I mean, but partially because I'm pretty sure you either get double artifact or you have Zahen plus an artifact, right?
Yeah.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah, I mean, I just assumed Zahed was running over Diamond.
Yeah.
So that's
fair enough. And
I
it
guess
kind of is. Some people have Zahen in S tier, by the way. So.
Oh, I mean, that's definitely not true. He loses to real boards.
All right.
But
yeah.
Okay, not bad,
Yes,
gentlemen. We'll keep the score going. You know what? Maybe next episode we'll do double points to have Souless catch up. Actually, this is only ahead by 3. You can actually really run it back.
Yeah. Because like, I mean, some of these questions I wasn't ready for, like the Darius one.
Well, I try to make it interesting every time. All right, let's wrap this up with our Patreon question for today. Thank you to Borislav. Boris, this one is for you, Dishsoap, directly. What's the one thing Dishsoap thinks has allowed him to become such a good TFT player? Do you think there's some kind of X factor or one thing that has helped you excel in TFT in particular?
I feel like my I just have like a lot of like empty space in my brain to like fucking put TFT knowledge, and I could just pull it up in my head like ASAP, just random stuff. I don't know. But I also feel like I like observe fights like better and more than others. Like I'm just constantly like watching the fights, and like just absorbing info of that. And also like when I play, I like try to like play everyone. Like when I'm locked in, I try to play like everyone's spot at the same time. Like not actually play it, but like try to like guess what they'll do. And
envision how their game's gonna go, right?
Yeah, envision how their game goes, and then like react to like stuff that like doesn't like match my prediction. Because like if you watch my stream, you'll know I'll like sometimes lose it if like someone like does some like weird item choice or like weird line selection. But that's legit because I'm like trying to keep track of everyone. And then so if you do that, like low-key, you're playing 8 games at once.
Wow, that's actually crazy. That's like what Faker does in League of Legends type of thing. You're trying to envision things.
The problem is like you actually have to be locked in, and if you're not locked in, it's you can't do that.
Yeah, and then you just get parking lotted.
That's crazy. I don't think I have the mental capacity sometimes to play even one game, especially if I'm talking to chat. That's crazy, man. Well, hopefully, Boris, that helps you at least understand a little bit into the inside of a mind of a top player. Souless, he didn't ask you directly, mainly because I think we were asking. I literally framed it. Do you have any questions for me and Dishsoap? And they said that's Dishsoap. What about you though? What's one thing do you think has helped you become a good TFT player?
Oh, for me, I'm just like willing to try everything. And also like Dishsoap mentioned, like watching the fight is the most important part about learning new sets or like just TFT in general, because that's how like I found out about the fizz positioning. Like you're going to the tournament, I was like one of the people who knew anti-fizz and who knows exactly how to manipulate the fizz. I mean, thanks to my study group for that also. Like I had an idea of like fizz targeting like non-tank at first. Like you can use fighter to like anti-fizz, but they told me about the tiebreaker rules. You know, like the fizz when he would prioritize like 3 hex over like 3.25, 4 hex. But yeah, watching the fight will definitely help you in the long run if you want to become like a really good TFT player. That's what I would say.
That's awesome. And I think my tip for me, not that I'm anywhere near these levels of these guys yet, trying to get there, is a humility. I think TFT is a game that it can get to your head really quickly that, oh, I really understand everything. It all clicked together and all, I'm unstoppable. I'm the king. And the next gaming session, you sit down and play 5 games, TFT will humble you. It's a game where you can't let you kind of need an ego, but you also have to stay humble at the same time. It's a very fun paradox. And specifically, you use that state of humility to learn. You try to always learn something new every game. A lot of times people are just queuing because they're so LP focused. They're not actually learning anything. So try to always walk away with a lesson there. All right. So with that said, that is the end of our episode. That is a good hour with the lads. Coming up next, we got the Box Bash finals with myself, with Team Frodan. We're going to aim for first place. And then next week, Dishsoap, you'll be playing in TPC.
Yeah, hopefully.
You'll be playing TPC. And I mean, I look at the field of Americas versus EMEA. I mean, you probably are pretty happy with that field, right?
Yeah, I'm not. Usually I'm on the other end of this, so I guess it's a good beat.
Yeah. We'll see. Dishsoap up.
I mean, I got like first pick or something. I thought it was what was gonna happen, but then it just worked out that everyone wanted to be on the other side.
Yeah. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, EU for this second cup of the TFT Pro Circuit, they have the players draft another player from different regions. So EU and NA are drafting each other to mix it and play 16-16. Dishsoap got drafted early, and when he was done with the draft, we realized that in Americas, it's pretty much just Dishsoap and Wage and Iverson versus the other. I mean, I just have to show you guys real quick. It's like something crazy of a stat. I have it right here on my screen. I'm gonna pull it up.
Did I wonder if like the top EU players were like asking to get picked, because if they have to play in the NA tournament, it like doesn't it start at like 10 p.m. for them or something, or even later?
Something like that. But Clement Chu said, LOL, the TPC2 draft, for people who don't understand how lopsided this is, the EMEA has 656 pro points and 61 trips to the TAC crown, aka the World Championship, versus the Americas is 452 with 33 trips. So it's almost inferred that it's twice as strong because EU has Soju, Setsuko, Coco, Robin, Wet Jungler, Presivan, Milk, Marcel, right? Volta, Kubikson, Travis, JD, etc. And then the Americas Cup, this is where Dishsoap is. Dishsoap with Wasian, and then a bunch of players who are either yet to get to their first World Championship or just underdogs in general. So we'll see. We wish Dishsoap the best of luck, but hey, anything can happen. It's TFT at the end of the day. And it's only, 12 games, so anything can happen. And then Souless, what's going on for you next?
I think I'll be playing Cup 2, and I'm just going to do Snapshot until Regionals.
All right, dope. Well, we wish you the best of luck. I mean, just keep it up. You'll be there in no time, and you'll see Dishsoap at Regionals. A big thank you to everyone who supported the podcast. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Also, make sure you sign up for our TFT overlay. Check it out on the website. There's a section that says overlay. Join our waiting list because that's going to be coming out pretty soon. We've been hard at work for about like a year on this, and we really want to make it good, and we think we got something good. So to join the waiting list, just go to the website on the far right. There's an overlay right next to our Patreon. Just type in your email, join the waiting list, and you can get access to our overlay, which is going to be releasing pretty soon. Can't say when because I don't want to promise, but it's going to be sooner rather than later. All right, that does it from us, from Frodan, Dishsoap, and Souless. Thanks for watching Study Hall. We'll catch you guys next time. Have a good night.